They got cable tie in there? Alright, take it over to the vise and we'll get that coupler deal off. So, good morning everyone. We're fixing to make us a trip to the Napa. Gotta get a hydraulic hose made. Gotta get some oxygen for the torch. So that we can do some cutting and stuff and some heating. Mostly just heating instead of cutting, but we're gonna get that hydraulic hose made up. I'll show y'all more at that point. I'm gonna put you guys on the charger where you're fully charged when we get back. Alright, so we got our new hose on. Now I'm fixing to work on this pen. I was gonna make new pens for it, but the round stock we got is 2 inches and this measures 1.9. So we're gonna have to find somebody with a lathe to turn that pen down for us. And besides, all them bushings are wore slap dab out anyway. So I've come up with a idea to get us by through this fall until we can get this winter, and then we're gonna have to get a machine shop and get them to make us new pens and bushings that fit each other, and then I'm gonna have to cut that out and weld new bushings in there and put our new pens in there. So what I'm gonna do is, you can see right there where it's been wearing, how this is thick, and then it gets right here and it goes to worm. I'm gonna take the welder and I'm gonna build that up and try. I know I'll put one bead down through our lace, probably take 2, and then we'll take the grinder, slick it back down, and that'll take up some of that slack in them bushings. So I'm gonna get after it. So that's what it looks like. I take that welder and I run a couple beads down there, and then I take the grinder and slick it up, and then I take my micrometer and measure the pen. It's 1.9 on this end, and it don't got no wire, so we're shooting for 1.9 inches, taking up the wire on the pen. Look how much better that looks without that deep gouge in it. Okay, so that's pen number 2 done. That one didn't take near as long. I had a little experience with the other one, so I knew about how much weld to put in there and how much to grind off. And it's actually a little closer than the other one, but this pen, that pen there didn't have near as much wear neither though. So this pen has got these things right here, and I don't know if they were supposed to roll at one time or what, but you can see where it's been wearing there. We're at least gonna loosen them up and rotate them, whereas that rounded edge there to work. As you can tell, somebody before we bought this has already done some work on it. I bought this, and I think whoever was pulling it, well, the only tractor he could have had, it was on a retirement auction, and the feller had a MX285 with jewels all around it, and then he had a Steiger. So I imagine he had a lot more tractor on this pen than really needed to be on it, and it looks like he tore quite a bit up at one time, because you can see where he's repaired this. So we're getting the 1-inch gun out. We're going to rotate these. What they do, they go down there and sit on that piece there, and as you let the bucket down, it opens that gate, and when you let it up, it closes the gate. It's kind of like a cam system. I have thought about, and it'll make more sense later, but putting a hydraulic cylinder on that gate like the bigger pans have, so you can open and close that gate on your own, because all it does is rotate right here on these pivot points, and that would allow us, because sometimes in corn stalks that gate will get plugged up with corn stalks, and if you could take that cylinder and open it wider, you'd have less of a chance of them corn stalks plugging. Bring her on in. Doing good. This can be a little questionable. Hold up, alright. Ease forward a little more. Or is that it? Doing good, come on. That it? Little more, or you against the pan. Oh, right there. Start easing it down. Watch them hoses over on the corner. These are on down, looking good. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. Oh. So what I did was I welded that pan inside that bushing, because it was originally, it was stationary anyways, just like this bolt here. It had a bolt through it, but I welded that pan in there where it'll stay up straight, and then it'll rotate. It'll rotate and pivot inside that piece. The original plan was just to make new pins and put in there, but we're gonna have to turn the pan on a lathe, and the bushings was wore out and junk anyways. So we took that forklift, picked this up, got it up there straight, welded that pin in there, and this gate looks a whole lot better. It's not like it's got a lot of pressure on it. All it does is just a pivot point for that gate up front. So we've got to we've got to get this side up here picked up and straight, and I got to do a little heating on this. That's that pan that the cap originally popped off of, the reason that we're redoing this. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take the torch, heat this, knock this up, knock this down where it grips that pin tight, run a bead all the way around it, and that should have this fixed. Now this winter the plans are to cut all this out, put new bushings in there, see how this arm is bent. We're gonna have to get it straight. But what we're doing right now is what I call the old get by. Fix it best you can to get by. We need to be moving dirt. Need to be moving dirt to get this wheat ground ready. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get this pin square welded in there best we can and rock on. If you got a grinder, you can make pretty well any crappy old weld look good. Now, a lot of that was as where that cap originally busted off that pan, and it had that old weld on there, and we didn't take the time to grind it off, but we slid that new pin in there. I ran a bait around that pipe there, and around that pipe there, and just kind of slicked it off. By the time you run about 18 yards of dirt through it, hell, you won't ever be able to tell it anyways. But you may ask, well, Dylan, how are you gonna pull that pan out? Well, when we get ready to fix this right, we're gonna take that torch, and I'm just gonna cut right there around that bushing, and we're gonna take a hammer and knock that pan and everything out. But who knows, it may run a long time like that. It's way better than it was. At least it ain't flopping all over the place. But now's the moment of truth. Bob's hooking the chain back up on it. Then we're gonna take the tractor and see what happens. I'm not the best cameraman sometimes. I get to looking at something else and then realize I'm filming. I don't know who invented gear wrenches, but we really like them. That's one of the bigger ones we got. We bought a set of bigger ones at the Farm and Gin show in Memphis. They're good for adjusting them tensioners on the combine belt. Moment of truth. Time to see if we wasted our time or if it's going to work. See how that works. Alright guys, I think y'all might get to see us move some dirt this afternoon. The only thing we got to grease it. We're gonna flip that drawbar on that tractor up where it'll give us more ground clearance. We've never run it like that, but we're gonna try it. This pan, when you get it full, is bad about hanging you and dragging. So we're gonna flip that drawbar, see what kind of difference that makes. We got to tie our hoses back up, and when we get to that point, we'll be ready to move some dirt. We're fixing to go get us a bite of lunch, and I gotta run by the USDA office or the FSA office and sign some papers. Run by Tyson and get my grain check, and then we'll be ready. Taking off the go start running the pan. He's filling up with fuel. He's gonna go mow around some more fields. We like Wallace parked his tractor in the shade. He must be taking a break.